بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وآله الطاهرين لا سيما مولانا بقية الله في الأرضين روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء واللعن الدائم على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا وهب لنا رأفته ورحمته ودعاءه وخيره وامن علينا برضاه. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. As another explanation of the topic of this series, I have to say that we are trying to answer these two important questions. The first one, why did Ashura happen? And the second question is, what lessons should we learn from this tragic event? In the last session, we reached the main cause, which represents the basic deficiency of 30,000 people who gathered in the desert of Karbala, and it was the lack of wilayah of Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam and his descendants. Today we're going to find out the reason or reasons behind abandoning this serious point. By studying historical texts, we discover many cases in this context. But one of the most important and main cases was greed and being seduced by the jewels and wealth of this mortal world. This is what Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam himself said, Inna nas abidu dunya. People are the servants of the world. وَالدِّينُ لَعِقٌ عَلَى أَلْسِنَتِهِمْ. And religion is just something on their tongues. يَحُوطُونَهُ مَا دَرَّتْ مَعَائِشُهُمْ. As long as their lives are on track, they will follow the religion. فَإِذَا مُحِصُوا بِالْبَلَاءِ قَلَّ الدَّيَّانُونَ. But the number of religious people will decrease when God tests them with afflictions. Let's imagine ourselves in the time of Sayyid al-Shuhada alayhi salam. Consider a person who observes the situation, both sides of false and truth. If he comes to Imam Hussein's side, there will be no more of those colorful tables and comfortable lives. He says, let's go to a place where we build our life. Who cares? Let's bring a loaf of bread to our home. But what kind of bread is this? What kind of coins are these? Coins of Muawiyah and Yazid, the most impure and dirtiest property. There is a phrase in the text of Ziyarah of Arba'in, which is narrated from Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam. Imam says, قد توازر عليه من غرته الدنيا. Those who were deceived by the world rose against him and helped each other in this manner. When the world deceives someone, he will stand against even the grandson of his prophet because of the ruling and government of racity. And more than that, he tries to get closer to God by shedding the holy blood of Sayyid al-Shuhada. They had reached such a point that their stomachs were full of haram. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam himself said this in one of his last sermons on the day of Ashura: ملئت بطونكم من الحرام وطبع على قلوبكم. Your stomachs are full of haram and your hearts are sealed and closed. Your hearts has become so hard and black that it no longer sees the light. It doesn't understand the truth. Now that we have come to this point, we have to see how it is possible that so many people can be fooled like this. Under the influence of what did they prefer the world over their Imam? We will review it in the future session, inshallah. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.